Hello staffers, and welcome to another year of journalism. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the three main components of Jostens Yearbook Avenue: the page ladder, Layout Pro, and the image library. Let's get started. Creating a yearbook is an exciting yet challenging undertaking. But before we get to the interesting photos and riveting articles, we have to understand how to use Yearbook Avenue, which is the online software that helps us to go from a bunch of random pictures and words to a yearbook that students will look at for decades. A yearbook that they'll someday share with their children and grandchildren. A yearbook that some students will look at in my classroom 20 years from now to show their friends what their dad looked like when he was a senior in high school instead of doing the classwork that I assigned them. So let's get started with the page ladder. Once you've logged into Yearbook Avenue, you'll notice multiple tabs at the top of your screen. You can click any of these tabs to navigate to one of the many tools that we use to put together the yearbook each year. Perhaps the most important tool in Yearbook Avenue is the page ladder, which you'll find by clicking on Plan, then Page Ladder. As you scroll, you can see what each page looks like in its current state. At the top of each page, you'll see the topics that each page will cover. Towards the bottom, you'll see the names of any staffers that have been assigned to that page. Further down, you'll find information about the page, like whether it's in color or in black and white, what stage of the process the page is in, and any deadline associated with that page. On the left side of the screen, you'll see sections, which are the main sections of the yearbook. You'll also see topics, which are the individual subjects that each page will cover. You do not touch these unless you are an editor or myself, and as far as I know, none of you are myself. One easy trick to find the pages that you were supposed to be working on is to use the filter at the top of the page ladder. Simply click Filter, then Staff, then your name. You can even click Deadline to make sure you are working on the pages that need to be completed first. Once pages have been marked completed, you'll notice little lock symbols at the top of those pages. This simply means that you can no longer work on that page unless I unlock it again for you. And that is the page ladder. Now let's look at Layout Pro. Once we have sufficiently planned our layout and we have a clear idea of what our pages are going to look like, then we have to piece it all together. That's where Layout Pro comes in. There are a few ways to get to Layout Pro, but the two most common are by clicking on a page within the page ladder or clicking on the Create tab at the top of the page and selecting Layout Pro. When first starting the process of designing your page, begin with one of the templates that have been approved by the editors and myself. You can do so by clicking on the Designs buttons in the left-hand side of the screen. From there, you'll click on the drop-down and select My Templates. To use a template, simply drag it onto the spread. Each template already has photo frames and text boxes set up for you to use. When you want to add a picture, all you have to do is click Images on the left, click the drop-down and select the topic that you are working on. From there, you can scroll through all the pictures that have been organized into that topic. Once you've found the picture you want to add, simply drag it to the frame that you want to use it in. Once the picture is added, you can double-click to crop it exactly how you want it. You are going to crop it, right? Good. When you are ready to add text, you just double-click on a text box and start typing. When doing captions, make sure to follow all caption guidelines listed in the Google Classroom. Right. If you need to add other elements to the page, you can click Art, where you'll find image frames and shapes to really liven up your spread or to fill empty space. You can even view the history of all the changes that have ever been made to that spread. Lastly, make sure you are saving your work frequently by clicking the Save icon at the top of the screen. Doing this regularly will save you a lot of heartache in the future. And that is Layout Pro. Lastly, let's talk about pictures. Taking pictures is fun. Organizing those pictures can be a headache. That's why it's important that we know exactly how to work the image library in Yearbook Avenue. The image library is to Yearbook Avenue as the mitochondria is to the cell. It's the powerhouse. To get to the image library, click on Create, then Image Library. The primary section of the image library that you will use is the Activities folder. Here, you'll see folders for each section of the yearbook. Within each folder, you'll see specific topics for that section. Whenever you are uploading pictures, make sure you are uploading to the correct folder.
Don't upload to a random folder.
Okay, sorry. You can also view each student that has been tagged in pictures and see which pictures they are tagged in. You can see which pictures have been uploaded by a specific staffer, and you can even see a page view that will allow you to see which pictures are being used on each page. There's also a clip art button. Don't use the clip art button. And that is an overview of the three main components of Yearbook Avenue. I hope that you've learned a lot. And if you haven't, then okay.